Your guest, T-Ray Sanders, my boy. Comedian extraordinaire.
Yes, sir.
And Sister JJ, producer, writer, actress, author,
Director.
Motivational speaker. There he is.
We were off air for a minute due to technical difficulties, and Brian Harper was begging for parts.
This Atlanta, you know, it's good. Everybody wants to be a star.
From where? Where you come from, Sister JJ?
Baltimore, Maryland. By
No.
Already know.
My
That's
bad.
right, B.
I mean, like in the business. I meant like. It's my fault, but I meant like in the business, like where you said you did theater.
Right. My background is theater. So I moved here. I got like 12 stage plays I did in Virginia. We traveled a little bit. And then I just started falling in love with film. I started doing some background. And I just moved here and said, let me...
From where?
From Virginia. I moved
From Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I just started... I got a lot of background work. Then I started getting into like production, just finding my way, and I'm just understanding the business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is where I belong. So
now, did you was that recently? Because it's interesting that you would pick here instead of New York or L.A. What's that I hear, man? What is that? Oh, that's over there. Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Lord, can't lose you.
Watch it, man.
Not like that, baby. We can't lose you like that.
You chose Atlanta because what?
is this the Black Hollywood?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And when? How long you been here?
7 years in January.
It is. But back in the day, it was either New York or L.A. Those were your choices.
Yep.
When I went to L.A., almost 30 years ago.
My parents wouldn't let me go. I was trying, and they was like, "Nah, we don't let you go. They're gonna kidnap you.
They're gonna kidnap you and put you in traffic.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they traffic and shit.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
You
I used to
can't.
rap. I used to rap. I was a rapper before I got locked up.
Oh,
Nah.
bust a raps.
Before you got locked up.
Yeah, before I got locked up.
And you got locked up and stopped. You supposed to be.
Don't say locked up and then lean on me. You know that, man. Guys, don't.
Yeah, where you supposed to write all your raps when you locked up, man.
Yeah, because I told you I was facing 50 years, so I was kind of like
50 years?
God damn.
Well, you had to kill a man now. Wait, 50 years?
Do you mind if we ask the charge?
50 years?
You were an entrepreneur. That's very
Distribution.
distribution. There we go.
Oh, yeah, 50 years. You must have been doing pretty good.
Trap queen or something?
I wouldn't snitch. You know how it is. I wouldn't snitch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hey.
Good for you.
I keep mine.
Trap
I
queen. It's
wouldn't
Good for
snitch.
you.
So they try to make me snitch.
Wait till she get off camera. And all these questions.
I don't care. I'm good.
But you got out.
Everybody looking for me because I kept it 100.
Now, that's the movie right there.
I kept it 100.
That's
I'm
the
waiting
movie
on that
right
money
there.
to get that. I'm building, showing what I can do and building my.
Yeah, you got 50 years. You all have some damn money. Shit, you wasn't damn selling nickel, man.
Right.
Yeah, I would talk. So.
Wait. All right, right there.
Oh, that's good. I mean, good as you didn't do 50 years.
I think about it now, and I'm like, I don't know. But you play the game, you know what time it is.
How many years did you actually end up doing?
Now,
I
see,
did 2. I did
Two.
2. I made first parole.
Right on. First parole. Right
that's
on.
gangster right there.
Yeah.
You say, I'm not telling. I don't know nothing.
50 years.
I don't know nothing.
You damn near had to faint in court when they
How
said
many
that.
women can you find that would do
They
that?
won't talk.
They just shut the hell up. Huh?
I don't like I was doing it like by free will.
Because that's what woman mean. Woo, 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 woo. That's good. That's good. Well, we proud of you. We proud of you. And I'm going to... Did you get information for where we can catch the movie and stuff?
GEI Network on Roku.
GEI
On Roku.
Network. And when?
So they're going to be premiering it, I believe, in 2 weeks. They're going to give me the exact date. You got Roku on your app? Well,
We're gonna be checking that out.
Download GEI Network.
Okay.
And then first hit Men Pray 2, and then hit When Life Happened.
Right. Right.
Oh, before I forget, too, I usually mention at the top of the show. I didn't mention it, but I hope I got this right this time. Maury Wills died. Damn, I told you I was the oldest person in the room.
Yeah, you did. I didn't disagree with you.
Maury Wills.
What was that?
Somebody sent me a text saying Maury Wills died. Maury Wills was the baddest shortstop that ever lived. Moved him second base. He played with my daddy. He was in the Dodger chain. You might remember his son, Bump Wills.
Bump Wills sounds familiar.
That's Maury Wills' son. So when my daddy and Maury Wills would go to Cuba to play ball in the winter, my dad and Maury Wills, Tommy Lasorda, and Bump would stay with us or vice versa.
Bump played with Detroit, right?
No, Bump played with the Yankees, I think. But Maury Wills, he was one of the first black players in the league, you know, to go big time.
It's baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
He died, yeah.
You just said Yankees and never mind. You can go ahead. He said it was just baseball. He said it was just. You just said Yankees, but he'll come behind.
He can't wait for an opportunity. Well, he can't wait. He can't wait. He can't wait.
Right. Stick the preaching. Stick the preaching, Rev. Stick the preaching, Rev.
All I'm
Stick the
saying
preaching,
is
Rev.
the man that just said Yankees and you said this is baseball, right? That's all I'm saying.
Stick the preaching,
He gonna
Rev.
get it. He gonna get his lick back. He gonna get his lick back.
Cause you making a lot of observations over there, Rev.
Yeah.
You making a lot of observations.
In the meantime, the owner of the Phoenix Suns basketball.
Okay. I got it, bro. That's when you dribble that orange thing. Okay. I got it.
Robert Sarver, is that his name, Brian?
That's it.
Yes.
Donald. No.
Has been suspended for a year
I'm getting him and Donald.
and fined $10 million
And
for racial and discriminatory epithets.
And already started selling his shares already.
He's selling the team
as we speak.
as we speak. He's like, I'm a real racist. Let me just go on and get this off my back.
Well, he's just saying it's an unforgiving society. That's what he said. He said he's selling the team because no matter what he's done, he says it's an unforgiving society.
it's a wrap.
That's what he said. He said it's an unforgiving society.
It's a wrap.
How you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? I definitely think just because
Turn the mic to you.
I feel like, you are, regardless of what you do, if that's how you think, you really don't respect it. You feel justified in saying the things you say just because you got money and you're paying players. And so on the other side, when everybody back is turned, you still probably do things that prohibit the full advancement of black people. You're probably the same guy that don't mind paying Chris Paul 180, but when it's time to vote for black owners, you'll be one of the first guys that's opposition. So I don't trust him at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole thing? Like, none of us actually, now that we all know who he really is, he doesn't want us to see any more of that. I don't want anybody going through my search history, So I can understand him just getting out of the game. Isn't that the same thing that happened with my man from the Clippers? He had to go. You employ all these brothers, and then you out here talking like they're animals, and
He just said, "Don't take pictures with him," and he was
For the Clippers, yeah.
Donald
He said,
Sterling.
I got to take pictures of all these niggas. These niggas work for me.
Yeah. I mean, even Donald,
Taking pictures with the help.
He said you can sleep with him and everything, but don't take pictures with him.
Yeah.
He literally said,
you let as many of you want hop up and down on you, but
do
them
whatever you want to
pictures.
do, but just don't take pictures with him.
So y'all think he should lose his ownership in the team because he said?
I don't think he should. I think he has to, though.
I got two things to say, bro.
I don't think so.
I think
No.
I don't. First
How
thing.
many more? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
How many more owners that's probably like that, but they just ain't spoke up?
They need to shut the hell up then. That's what they need to do.
That was my first point.
Yeah.
It amazes me how black folk, we all surprised
Right.
when something like that happens.
Right.
Well-
That don't surprise me.
No.
Are you
but I'm not gonna
surprised?
say every owner.
I'm not gonna say every owner.
Like he said, people in
I
that
never
position.
I wouldn't even say
He was
most
saying
of
that.
them.
Yeah, that's what-
But I will say this: he ain't the only one.
Oh, I totally.
And isn't that the same thing that happened with Gruden? Like, Gruden just had to figure it out. Like, once you've been outed.
Same thing.
Yeah, once you've been outed, you might as well just go on and put your hands up and say, you know what, I'm going to live my life. I got millions of dollars. Let me go sit down because anything past this, I'm only going to make it worse.
I just want to see him stand
Nah,
by their word.
I
Like
will
him
say
talking about he's
this.
gonna do all this stuff in the
And
community.
we were talking the other day about how Trump has changed the world. He's made it open season, man. So back before Trump, where it would have been a shame, all that. Nah, it's just like, hey man, yeah, I said
It is what it is. I said it.
I said it, whatever. Y'all want to take team from me? Okay, go ahead.
You don't see
It's new season now.
right, and you don't see Sam Walmart selling his business.
Sam
Oh
dead.
no,
He,
no.
I mean, with his family, you know, they probably said all that.
Right.
About
Ain't no doubt about it.
Oh, for sure.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Definitely.
That's all they employ.
So I don't know why we so surprised.
Right,
when
say
something
nothing
like
new.
this.
Oh no, I met Sam. I ain't saying he wasn't racist, but I met Sam Walton when I was a kid, and I mean, I really thought he was like one of the nicest older white men I'd met in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm sure you can find some people that would say Saba is the nicest guy they ever wanted.
yeah,
Right.
that's probably true.
There's some black people that say Trump is the nice guy they ever wanted.
Yeah, but I.
What's the guy? What's the little boy name? See, I had to pull the mic back from him because he keep wanting to pull it over to him. He liked his mic.
There, you got one for us there.
Hold it with both hands. Hold it with both hands.
My comedian skills right down
Hey,
there.
but you,
Go ahead,
hey,
Sister
come on
JJ.
with it. I told you I ain't never scared now.
What was you saying, JJ?
What's the basketball player's brother that got caught cross seas for stealing and Trump bailed him out? What's
That
that boy
was,
name? He
Brittany
played for the
Grimes.
Lakers.
Oh,
The brother played for the Lakers.
it's his brother.
Lonzo Ball brother. So
yeah.
they're gonna say he's a nice guy because he came and got him out.
You can't even-
Hell, I say he was a nice guy. He come and get my child out. I ain't got no money to get my
LeVar said that
child.
because he said Trump lied. He got him out. He said he wasn't gonna let Trump take credit for that. LeVar Ball said he didn't do nothing. He said you don't make no big announcement like you got my son out. He said and they got on LeVar about that. He said Trump
I
had
ain't hear
nothing to do
that.
with it.
I heard Trump got him
Do
out.
you know all of the circumstance and exactly what was said by Sava, the racial epithet, and how he used it?
Man, he was sending out. I don't even know how he got past with the fact in the age of emails, the stuff he would send out, the stuff he say about black women, black employees. I mean, it just lets you know he ruled with a strong iron fist. If that he had that even in emails, and people didn't kick against that or challenge them for a long time. So it's just kind of scary. Somebody had that type of power. If he had enough to put
So
it
I guess
in
the
emails
answer
and
is
stuff.
no.
The emails seem a bit strong. To document something like that when you're in such a high seat of power seems downright idiotic. But we can all truthfully say that when talking candidly, and some people like to call it table talk, I wouldn't want a lot of people to hear some of the stuff I say. If
I'm actually ashamed of some of the stuff I've said over,
Well,
over
really?
the years.
But the thing is, like, and they're focused on the racial part. But I mean, I heard he was like telling women, "Hey, come over here and suck this," and like he was on them bad now.
I'm a billionaire. I'm saying that all the time. If I'm a billionaire,
Yeah, you talking back. You know what I'm saying? Like if you bold enough to send that type of message out to where certain women knew it in the company, and he didn't care. I mean, that dude was really walking above the law.
Right.
That.
Like your boy Snyder from the Washington
isn't there a
Commanders.
certain level
It's
of
white
money?
privilege, man.
White, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, that's scary to have.
It's white
that,
privilege.
Yeah, to sit there and I'm sitting this out, and people could see it, or people run across it and tell
Have that much
certain
nerve.
women, yeah, you come here and you gonna do X, Y, Z. at
Like
such and
Snyder,
such
my
a
man,
time.
like I said, from the Commanders.
Yeah.
The Washington
Like-
Commanders, he was
like-
doing the same thing.
Yeah, you just kind of wonder.
But he didn't have to sell the team.
I mean, you know, I don't know exactly what he said, nothing, but I will say that, I mean, it's touchy, man. I mean, like, me personally, I thought changing the name of the Redskins was totally ridiculous.
Stupid as hell. Stupid as hell.
I thought the same.
That was
If
stupid as hell.
Whoa.
Stupid as
If,
hell.
if anybody ought to be ashamed, the Falcons should be protesting.
Those are personal feelings he's going through. But the Redskins,
What's wrong with that?
that would be as if saying, I think we've had this conversation before.
Look at the Atlanta.
So you don't think
N-word.
they
The
should have
Atlanta
changed
Coons?
it?
So what about the Cleveland Browns?
They're referring to a bear.
The Cleveland Browns?
It's not.
It's not referring to a bear.
No.
Cleveland Browns is the
So
same
what
way.
bear?
Cleveland Browns, yeah.
The mascot's a dog.
Now, you're ignoring it because. Well, what about the Black Hawks? Let me get personal with you then. What about the Black Hawks?
and the Cleveland Indians. All of
You
the
don't care
Atlanta
about the Browns. What about the
Bra-
Black Hawks? How you like that?
The Atlanta Braves.
Black Hawk.
Oh,
Right.
you don't think that's a little bit offensive?
To say that the Indians are, we finna whip
We
that
do the
ass.
chop.
What is wrong with that?
I don't get it.
Everything they done to us, we got
We've all seen
the.
we've all seen the intro to the Florida State Seminoles, right?
Yeah,
guy runs out.
Tomahawk.
The guy runs out on a
that's
horse.
That's what them Indians used to do.
Oh,
See in there.
Chief Osceola, man.
Them Indians
that
used to
dude-
come out there,
and
man.
And Florida State still does it, and it still gets a rise out of people. And that's the thing I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna get on the Redskins, Florida State is way more.
Well, now, let it be told. Let it be very clear that Florida State is constantly donating and contributing to the Seminole Nation. They pay those.
So it makes it okay then?
It makes it okay. It makes it okay with them Seminoles.
So the Redskins should have been
But they're not allowed to vote.
given to somebody.
But a redskin is a derogatory term for a Native American.
What makes it derogatory? What makes redskin derogatory?
Redskin, chocolate man.
We brown skin.
So wait a minute, hold
They
on.
didn't call
So you
them the
saying if
scalpers.
you're a redskin,
They didn't call them the scalpers.
They just
they
said
was
the
scalping the
red-
people.
title,
That's why they call them
Redskins,
redskins.
the
The
redskin.
red man. You're right.
The Redskins.
Native Americans don't like.
Like when you say Indian,
I know, but I'm saying it's bullshit. I'm saying it's bullshit, man.
Why didn't you do all teams? Collegiate
I
and
just can't
everybody
get
then?
with it. I'm sorry, I can't.
Well,
Why the Redskins? Why
because
just that
well
one
now
team?
because it's in
Bunch of
DC.
money.
It's our
The
nation's
Yankees.
capital.
And Seminoles
The
are what
Yankees.
you are. You're a tribe. The Seminoles are
The
tribe,
Yankees.
not a racial epithet. Like if you're the Florida State Seminoles, that's a tribe. It's the name of a tribe. It's
The
not-
Yankees.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Is that not racist?
Right. The Patriots.
the Patriots.
What color the Yankees? What color are Yankees?
White.
White.
No, that's no.
No.
I'm talking
Down that rabbit hole.
I'm talking about the perception
Right.
of a Yankee.
Yankees. War.
Is white. Now you're right. It could be a
Right,
black
no,
Indian.
Palm.
It could be a black Indian.
That's
But it's known as
to be a
white.
Yankee.
It could
is
be a
just
red
Northern
bone.
American.
Yeah. Right.
Black person.
Right. Right.
My great grandmama was a full-blooded Indian.
Right.
My great granddad was a white man.
Really?
Yeah.
That don't make it okay.
I can see it in your eyes.
Dang, you said it just like that.
As long as you can't see it in my ass. Open your eyes. Open my what?
Just know that.
You better not say nothing. You better not say nothing. You better not say nothing.
No, I'm just saying overall, man, this touchy shit is just it's a bit much to me, man.
Out your feelings.
It's a derogatory term.
It's a bit much to me. April says
It's derogatory. for the
Redskin
Native
is
Americans.
derogatory.
And the history of what redskins mean, it's not just saying their skin is red. It goes back to the scalping and the skinning of Indians.
who said anything about scalping? They got helmets
That's
on.
what redskins. If you read the history of
They get to the Indians, they scalp the
redskins,
Indians?
if you do the history, it goes back to the scalping and the skinning.
Redskin.
Yes.
You pulling all that
You mean they
in.
was skinning
No,
the
I'm
Indians?
not putting
No,
all
the
in.
Indians did
You know
that.
what?
Okay.
No, but they were skinning the Indians.
Let me
No, the
ask you
Indians did the
this.
scalping.
That's what I thought.
What
To me, that's what
what
they-
name do you think would be appropriate?
That's a good-
honoring Indians
They're dead.
as a team sport name.
Then
Honoring-
scalping the, you know what?
I don't know. Honestly,
I
I
feel
just,
you on that one.
you just like you can't
Well,
say.
since you know all the bad shit about
I'm just saying, it's
Indians.
like saying the nigga Atlanta.
No, don't get white on me. Redskin, you comparing redskin to nigga?
That's exactly how
Do
they
you
view it.
know
That's how
the
they view
history
it.
of the
You
Native
compare
Amer-
redskin
Do you
to
know the
nigga?
history of the Native Americans in this country?
You gonna
I'm just
find
trying
me an Indian, and you gonna tell me the Indian would say, calling me a redskin is like calling you a nigga?
I'm saying the history of what that means.
But the thing is, the part they lose
No,
me is that.
no.
But you see how
All the years
Can I
that
make
the
a point? You see
Redskins
how
have been
passionate
the
you are?
Redskins.
Do you see how passionate you are?
Right.
You will find Indians that's just as passionate as you are right now.
Well, they are wrong.
About
They are wrong. They are wrong. And people do this all the time. White folk too. They try to compare cracker to nigga. They try to compare. Redskin is not as derogatory of a term as nigga is to black people.
Is there
the
any
history of nigga? The history of redskin cannot compare
Scalping
to the
man?
history of nigga. Scalping like I sold them Falcon tickets last week.
We were skint and scalped as well.
Yes.
If I'm an Indian, I would like to say, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
they scalp
did.
too.
y'all.
But let me
I was
ask.
just trying to understand why we just hearing about
Oh,
this
give me one
all
time
these
now.
years.
Come on, come on,
What I'm
man.
saying
Off your head.
if you saying, hey, you a Redskin because I'm scouting, I would take pride in that because I'm fighting for my land. Like you doing right. If you gonna call me a scalper, you try to take my land. So I don't understand why they would be offended being called a scalper. Now,
Well, I can understand them being offended, but when they try to compare it,
I compared it.
to the word nigga.
Well,
That is ridiculous.
well, let me ask you
man.
this, DC. Is there a word in our country that compares? Is kike or chink or wetback? Do any of those equate to the word nigger, or is nigger the supreme offensive word in our country?
It is
Nigga
the
is
supreme offensive word, though.
offensive
Nothing compared
word
to
in
it.
the world.
Because they
Because
always
ain't
go
none
to
in
it.
the world. Because in the
They don't go to
universe,
any other word.
It's the go-to word.
in the
Go
universe, all the way on the moon that they trying to get on.
No, they say
the
it in every country.
nobody.
They say it. They find a way to say it in every country. I just wonder because when you call somebody a chink, or you call somebody a kike, or you call somebody
Let me tell you,
a wetback, you know,
you
they
could be actually complimenting an Indian. You're a redskin.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I was with you, DC. I was with you, but
That was a good try, though. That was a good try.
But if you say,
I don't
That
know
was a
about
good
that
one.
one.
but
That
if
was
you
a good one.
scalper,
I don't know about that one.
He tried that. He
I just don't
tried that.
understand
never-
why all these years now we're hearing about it. It was okay when the Redskins was winning and all this.
Right.
All of a sudden now, these past couple of years or few years, now it's I just for
the
me
Redskins have never been. Oh, you talking about now that they're a losing football team?
Now you crying.
Right.
Now you crying.
And when Doug Wynn was the first
Yeah,
black
you
quarterback
ain't
to
nothing
win the Super
about
Bowl,
that.
then nobody say nothing about the
Yeah,
Redskins.
now
They
it's-
proud.
I think that the Redskins were saying something, but the football team was winning so much that
So
no
they
one
shut
gave
up.
a fuck.
Thank you. No one was listening.
You should still
no
care.
one was listening.
Let's be very clear. This is a group of people that were already living here. Yes, we got brought over here. And I'm very upset about that. Still upset about slavery. But they were already living here. They get stomped on. They were given alcoholism in casinos. And now y'all just get to go around naming teams after them like you give a fuck. Like
They signed that.
They got
signed that.
They got
Wow.
reservations.
What?
Reservations
They signed
with their own land.
They signed it.
Huh?
Yeah,
the
I can,
microphone.
they were forcing that. Let's talk about them small pops. Talk about them small pops.
Being called an Indian is
Hold a minute.
derogatory.
Huh?
Being called an Indian is derogatory.
Native American is the term.
Why? To who?
They weren't Indians.
What were they?
They weren't from India.
Who? Who are you talking about?
The Native American.
No.
The first and real Americans of this country
Yeah.
were not from India.
Yeah.
But some white people called them India because they thought they were Indian.
Introduce yourself.
My name is
kind of look
My name is Brother
Indian-ish.
Bullhead. All right, look,
Introduce yourself,
Brother Bullhead here.
brother
Bullhead.
Bullhead.
Yes, sir.
And you talking about somebody calling somebody Indian, and your name is
Bullhead.
Bullhead.
B-U-L.
Spell it, man.
He got it on his shirt
Bullhead.
so he can
Is
spell.
that your real name?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, but go ahead.
My name
We always glad to have you, man. You got some sense, man.
Look, my name is Abdinor Kareem Sr. I'm from Chicago.
Muslim?
Yes.
Right on.
Born the first mosque in America.
Right on.
All right. But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Indians don't like being called Indians because they're not from India.
What they want to be called?
They want to be called Native Americans. Or the first people of this land.
Yeah.
So when Christopher Columbus went to the Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
he called them Indians.
Yeah.
Amanda never told me that.
They not
She was
from
Indian.
India.
Well, Christopher Columbus was a drunkard.
Yeah.
Just wandering around.
Indian girlfriend before she.
But he
never
thought he
told
was
me
in India. That's why he called them Indians.
So the Indians here are not Indian.
No.
So they should call them Native American reservations.
They call themselves the people of this land.
People of this land
The
reservation.
people of this land that were born and raised in this land.
They usually call the reservation by the tribal name, guys. The Apache Reservation,
That's
the
a good
Choctaw
point. That's a good
Reservation.
point.
Right, but they never say, but they got convinced they were called Indians just like black people got convinced to call themselves niggas.
Ain't nobody convinced me to call me no nigga.
But a lot of us have been convinced of that.
Not from where I come
Well,
from.
nigga
I was raised.
nigga. The word nigga was. I mean, white folk derived that from Negro.
Right.
Right.
Because Negro means black.
Now, in defense of black people, during those times, you couldn't do nothing else about it. Get mad, kill somebody, but that's all you could do. So humor has always been a scapegoat for black folk.
Yeah.
So what we did is embrace the word and started using it amongst ourselves.
Right.
That's the only way we could deal with it, like we did.
Take out the sting, take the pain away,
take the power,
take the sting away.
take the power
Bring it
from
behind
it.
with like no malintent, no anger, vision. We saying it.
But the problem I have
with so much violence and hatred.
with just overwhelmingly going along with your theory is the Indians on the Indian reservations outperformed this something. They call themselves Indians. But you saying we shouldn't be calling them Indian, but they call themselves Indians.
Hold on, wait. No,
Amongst each other.
hold on now. Now, DC, do you feel that black is a race, or are you African American?
I'm just African.
You just African?
Yeah.
I get called African all the time. I never seen anybody call you African.
I mean, compared to you, I'm not African. Compared to you, I'm colored. Lightly colored. compared to you. Compared to you, Seal is a Negro. I mean, compared to you, Tim. Remember them cartoons with the two crows? Heckle and Jekyll.
I might have seen a butterfly.
I might have seen a roof.
But no, that's a very valid point, man. I appreciate it. Christopher Columbus named them Indians, but they're not from India. So they shouldn't be raising hell then about the Redskins. Now, what do you call them? What do you call the people from India?
He better do it.
They call themselves Indians.
No, I'm saying.
What does Kamala Harris call herself?
What does who?
Kamala Harris. What does she call herself?
I don't know who he said.
Kamala Harris calls herself a what is she?
She called Miss Harris, but that ain't her name. She married to a white boy.
She's a person.
She said that she is
her mom is
Asian.
Asian or Indian
she's
or something.
Jamaican American.
Asian.
Yeah, you can't be all that.
Asian.
But her mama's from India.
Yeah.
Which is in the continent of
India.
What should we call the Indians? People from India, which is India the most populated?
Yes.
What
People with the dots on their foreheads.
What should we call them?
I'd say let's call them up.
Abu.
Let's call them up.
But you call
Which
you
one
call
we call?
Indian?
They say they don't give a damn what we
I concur.
You got it fed off the press. They don't care.
They don't give a damn what you call
I don't care what you call them.
I'm just, hey man, my initial point, which is the same as now, is just touchy, man. Now, you know, if you came up with a team called, you know, the Black something, you know, obviously like that, but the Indians, man, come on, man.
Who was the Atlanta team? What was the Negro?
Black Sox.
White
Sox.
Who's the Atlanta Crackers? Who's
The
that?
Crackers.
But they cracking bats. They weren't actual crackers.
Huh?
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, was that referring to the people or to the bat? Crack, you know, crack of the bat.
Right.
I mean, at some point, man.
We got to draw the line. I get it.
I mean, at some
Be real
point,
sensitive.
man. And this, you know, council culture shit and all that, you know, at some
That's
point.
the weirdest thing to me.
But now some shit is just beyond. It's beyond. When you know better, April said, you do better. I guess you're right. I don't know no better. I guess you're right. I don't know no better. So I guess you got to use our animals' name. But what about Peter? What you going to do when they come at you?
Oh yeah, some kind of
Call
endangered.
yourself the Hawks. Now Peter gonna come at you saying that's disrespectful to the birds. The Falcons. What's the name of soccer team in Atlanta?
United.
Atlanta United.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the Falcons
And
are
this
disrespectful
a
enough.
divided country. That's offensive to me.
Yeah, the Falcons are disrespectful enough to the Falcons. Like that.
I always
The
wondered-
Braves. That's Indian.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
And we chop. There's a whole
But they win.
tomahawk.
Ain't nobody
And
got a problem.
I'm talking about Indian like Christopher Columbus. I ain't talking about dot on the forehead.
They winning though. They won the World Series.
Yeah, we
in
just
the
made the playoffs, y'all.
So
They just
the
made
Indians don't
playoffs.
mind being
They don't
them being
mind
the
right
Braves.
now. When they
Long as
lose,
they
that's when
winning.
you got a problem. As long as you winning, they're gonna have that thing. Then what's that thing? Yeah. They winning.
Some more
Redskins
stolen
got-
culture.
If you're gonna start talking about franchises, Redskins are like top 5 with having Super Bowls. They got 3 Super Bowls, so why did the Redskins want to change? If you
Why
They
they
won
wanna
with
change
what's
the
name?
name?
Doug.
To the
My man
Capitals. What is it? The
Doug.
Capitals, right?
You guys don't. You have to understand that the Native Americans have been upset about this for a long time. This is not something new.
Yeah,
So
but
why
I
they
ain't
say
never heard about it.
nothing? Why they say nothing?
I ain't never heard about it. I ain't never seen no Indians
And
mad
then-
about the Indians or the Redskins.
And then what puzzles me, being such a
Patriot.
but no, being black people, just being black people, being slaves ourselves, being conquered and colonized by white people, you would think that we'd be on their side a little bit more. You talking like you live in America.
Still trying to get over our bull crap. What are you talking about? We're trying to.
I'm talking like
no,
They were here before we even came here.
We ain't asked to come
I
here.
live in America 'cause I do live in
Exactly. Exactly.
We gentrified the Native Americans out of the Midwest, y'all. That's just what happened. And it wasn't us, it was the white people that brought us over here. After they kicked them out of their house, they brought us over here to build some new shit.
Okay, here we go. This my thing. They want you say to go help them, but why they didn't come help us? While we marching, I ain't see no Indians marching with me, or excuse me, Native Americans or Apaches or whatever they call. So come
Yeah,
help
what do you
us.
mean? Listen, we always claim Native Americans when we touching our baby hair and all that other stuff. Everybody got a little bit of something when they talk about their grandma or their
All
great
I'm
great
saying-
grandpa.
All I'm saying is when we need help, I don't see them helping us. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask
And
you
I'm
this-
down
let
with
me
the
ask you
Indians
this
because my
question.
great grandfather was an Indian. He was a Blackfoot.
Let me ask you this question.
Go
If
ahead.
they sympathize with us, or we supposed to since we're supposed to sympathize with them so much, I ain't never heard any casino that's owned by Indians giving us this huge break or come stay with us.
We're
during the week
casinos.
for free. I'm just saying. You saying we got to sympathize?
We got casinos.
inside and speak out for them.
Black folks got
But I'm just saying, I
casinos.
don't see them like doing any kind of marching, doing an extra favor for black folk.
There's not enough of them. They killed them all. Do you not understand U.S. history? What are we
Listen,
doing right
man.
now?
I think
All
it was
because they
straight
don't want to be called the
political-
Redskins.
Have our own.
political bullshit to get rid of the name Washington Redskins. I don't know of any Indians in the NFL. Hey, you know, I don't.
I don't know. You're
Huh?
right.
Any Indians in the NFL?
Like full-blooded Native American.
I feel like the Samoans. I feel we got a few Samoans in there.
Yeah, the quarterback.
Are
for the
Samoans,
Miami-
are Samoans Indian?
Yeah,
Bullhead.
Exactly. A Samoan is not going to come
Bullhead.
because of Native American.
Are Samoans Indians?
No.
Ain't they Hawaiian or something? Hawaiian and Indian? Didn't they mate or something?
Also another part of America that was stolen, Hawaii. We can go on and on about all the shit that America
I
has
just
stolen and
wanna apologize
downtrodden
to all
on.
the
And for some
Indians.
reason, we talk about Native Americans as if they're Mexicans.
Now, how you bring the Mexicans in?
Well, you know.
I ain't saying we're talking about. I just see what DC is
I
saying.
like Mexican people. I like
It's
tacos.
amazing, like this all of a sudden after they kind of went down for a minute that nobody said nothing. Now everybody's saying they've been saying it through all the years, and I'm just trying to find out how mainstream media just missed it through Mark Rippey and through Doug Williams.
The
through
way
all them
mainstream
women.
media has missed us getting shot in the streets as black men for the
They
past.
ain't missed it. Man, look,
We protested- we
you go back
protested.
and look at old newspapers and they talk about such and such
Rodney
got
King was
shot,
just the
all
straw
that
to
stuff.
broke the camel's back because we was in the news all the time, especially in Baltimore. We protested all the
I saw-
time.
I saw
Rodney
that.
King was just the one that broke the camel's back.
So we had that media attention, and yet we're still, even after a George Floyd situation and people getting shot day after day by police officers. Where's the growth there? How does the media help us?
Who said
After
it
all
was?
the money we spend as black people with the KKK? Chloe, Chris, and
Hey, they give back though. Hey, they give back though.
They give back to the community.
They give it back. Boy.
You,
we'll be right back. You're listening to DisRace.